students, so today we are going to talk about the topic of parturition and lactation, and that will be the last topic of this chapter. Okay, so let us begin with the topic. Now here we will write it first about parturition. Now what does mean by parturition? Parturition means the process of childbirth. The process of childbirth is known as a fully developed child or a fully developed fetus is when delivered by the mother. It is known as parturition. So right here, when fully developed fetus is delivered by mother, it is known as the parturition. Now parturition is a complex neuroendocrine mechanism. Remember that. Okay, what kind of mechanism it is? Neuroendocrine mechanism. Okay, so it is a complex neuroendocrine mechanism. Or you can also call it as, it is also known as parturition reflex. Okay, or you can also call it as parturition reflex. Now after the 9 months are completed, right, the first signal for the delivery is produced by the fetus and the placenta. Remember this. Okay. So after 9 months completed, okay, signal for parturition is generated by the fully developed fetus and placenta. So let's start with the topic over here. How does the neuroendocrine mechanism starts? So we will write here that fetus and placenta, okay, will release, you can say that they will release prostaglandins. This will stimulate the maternal pituitary gland. Maternal pituitary gland, and particularly which pituitary? Posterior pituitary gland. We call it as neurohypophysis. So right over here, posterior pituitary gland. So it starts secreting, the posterior pituitary gland secretes a hormone called oxytocin. It releases a hormone called oxytocin. Right? This oxytocin will influence over the maternal, we can say that uterus. And particularly we know that the influence of oxytocin hormone is over the smooth muscles, that is the myometrium of the uterus, right? Influence over the uterus, we will write myometrium, okay, because it is made up of smooth muscles. So smooth muscle starts contraction over here, right? Smooth muscle starts contraction. So uterus में क्या होता है? Contraction होता है. अब जैसे ही contraction होता है, this will send more impulse to the posterior pituitary gland, and this goes on repeating. जैसे ये contraction हुआ, उसने वापस prostaglandins release किया, वापस उसको what we can say, वापस pituitary gland ने release किया oxytocin, वापस contraction हुआ. तो because of this, a vigorous contraction occurs, right? So you can say that here it results into the vigorous uterine contraction. और यहाँ पे जनरेट होता है लेबर पेन, राइट, द पेन ऑफ द डिलीवरी विच इज कॉल्ड एज इट जनरेट्स ट्रू लेबर, right, or labor pain, and this mechanism keeps on going and the fetus is pushed into deeper pelvic cavity. It is pushed into deeper pelvic cavity and then through the birth canal, that is cervix and vagina, the baby comes out. Baby is delivered through birth canal. And what is that birth canal? We know that birth canal is cervix and the vagina. So we will call it as cervix and vagina. Right? Now over here, because of vigorous contraction, we know that the baby is going to get pushed towards the cervical region, right? So at that point the cervix has to be relaxed, it has to be calmed. So who performs that function? We have seen in the previous topic that the placenta will secrete a hormone called relaxin and it will keep the opening of the uterus, that is cervix, relaxed so that area doesn't get teared up, right? So this is how the baby is delivered, and this is what you can also call it as the parturition reflex or a neuroendocrine mechanism for the parturition. Now the next topic is lactation. Lactation means what? During the time of pregnancy, the mammary gland of the female starts developing, producing milk, and then at the end the milk is secreted. So let's start with the topic. So what is lactation? We can say that it is a process by which the mammary gland develops, produces milk during pregnancy and is secreted at the end of, milk is secreted at end of pregnancy. Of course, this is under the influence of hormone prolactin, then HPL, estrogen, progesterone. All hormones will be influencing this process. Okay. Anyways, so milk is released. So what is the function of this milk? Right? This milk is used to feed the baby or the infant or the newborn baby. Now what does this milk contains? So let's write the function. The first is it provides nourishment to the baby. Right? The second point, which is really important. Okay, it consists of, milk consists of IgA antibodies. Okay, antibodies. We call it as colostrum. Very important. We call it as colostrum. And this antibodies is like a vaccine to the child. So it prevents the child to get infection. So you can say that it is the first vaccine from mother to child, and it is a natural vaccine. Let me tell you that it is a natural vaccine. So mother's milk is really important for the development of the newborn baby because it is the only source of food which can be given to the baby. It is believed that for 6 continuous months, if the child is fed or the newborn is fed only on the milk, then the baby turns out to be the most healthy one. And This is something really important, that it consists of IgA antibodies, which helps the baby to fight against the various infections which the baby counters during its journey of life, the initial journey of life, right? So the initial days, whatever milk is secreted, it is rich in IgA, and it is also called as cholesterol. So this is all about the chapter called human reproduction, and here we end with the topic of parturition and lactation.